the dark side here. I'm going to have to sort of turn the blinds down a little bit here, and bear with me because I've got to turn the lights on here because the glaring light is so powerful, isn't it? So I do apologise about that. So yeah, I'm going to turn the lights on so that you can actually see me a little bit better. So yeah, welcome to this Q&A here, just in case you're just wondering here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask at any one point here, as I'm still talking here, because I'm standing at the other end of the room here. Is that a little bit better? Because, it's only literally for the actual, the lightness of it here. Sorry, we're getting a little bit of a glare here. There's not much I can do about that. So Jeremy is in the chat right now. I'm not in the house, but of course, yes. I really missed that last bit of a comment there that you just said there. I'm going to try and spread this live stream as best as possible. So bear with me. But of course, yes, thank you very much for coming in, Jeremy. And when you are able to, see the chat that's just disappeared from me now. How strange is that? But I might be able to see it at the other part of the screen here, and I'll try and say hello to everyone here. I know, Jeremy, you just commented there, you're not at your home at the moment, so I appreciate that. But thank you very much for letting us know that you're checking in today. But yeah, this is a Q&A and chat. We thought we was going to do it at 1 p.m, but we decided to do it at 2 p.m. I don't know where everyone is at the moment, but of course, yes. He says, hope it's a great live stream. So he is checking in, making sure everything's running smoothly. Thank you very much indeed for that. Hopefully we'll have some more people tuning in as we go this afternoon here for your Sunday chill out kind of chat. And of course it's just a solo chat right now. If I move the camera a little bit, is that a little bit better, or maybe not? I might have to move it just over slightly over in this direction. It's a lot easier. Sorry about the background, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the best and it's not the best background ever, but of course it is as best as we can get it here. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm on my Vodafone here or on the oh yeah, it should be on the Vodafone. At some point I might have to reset the stream at some point. It's a little bit pixelated, but I see. Is anyone else getting a pixelated picture here? We do apologize about that. But yeah, I don't know whether it is the signal, but it comes and goes like any signal. But do refresh your stream and see if that works better, I would say, on that note. So massive hello, anyone watching right now. Yes, I do think we need a reset, I think, on but yeah, it seems to have crashed my end as well. I don't know whether it's a signal of the channel here. You might be watching this better on a mobile rather than the actual internet. I don't know what it is. It might just be my internet. Oh, it's coming and going. So yeah, of course, hello to everyone here, and do chat amongst yourselves if you feel that you want to do that. And how is your Sunday afternoon? That is the question that I'm going to ask you out here. And is it great? Is it good? Could it be better? That kind of thing. I think my webcam would be better than the actual phone, if I'm going to be honest with you lot out there. Yeah, it's slightly coming out pixelated for whatever reason, I don't know. I think my Vodafone signal needs a reset, I think, at some stage here. Jeremy says, of course, nice and relaxing, fed up with the rain. Absolutely, yeah. Well, I think we're all fed up with the rain at the moment. Are you getting a good signal, Jeremy, or is it sort of pixelating a little bit? Because I'm looking at my laptop. If I show you my evidence on this, I'll flip the camera over and you can see my laptop here. You can see it's a little bit on the pixelated side. I don't know why that might be. It might be the signal that I'm in. It might be Vodafone. It needs a reset button. And I think it's quite common to know all that. Oh, well, I've actually moved it a little bit and it seems to have cleared up a little bit. The sound is good. Video is not good today. Usually very clear. Oh, that's very strange. Maybe it's the signal that I'm in. I am on Vodafone. Usually that's quite a good signal. It is seeming to get a little bit better. It's now clear. That's weird. Is it because I moved it? I don't know. But yeah, it's very strange. How did that happen? But yeah, it does probably need a reboost. You know, when you have your internet signal, it sort of needs a reboost from time to time. Yes, I do agree with you. The weather has been awful. Do you know what? I had an awful dream about. I don't know if you know Phil. I had an awful dream like that. I don't really want to say too much about it, but it wasn't very nice. It was about what we were talking about on text. I can't say too much on here, but yeah, and it's given me nightmares. I will explain to you about that on text. You know, about this guy that's given me nightmares. And I don't know. It shouldn't happen, should it? You know. But the question we need to ask you out there is, of course, if you have not, if you're not committed a crime, if there's no crime committed, should you be like refused any service, like in any retail at all whatsoever? I think Jeremy knows what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to, but I can't really say too much. But yeah, should you be refused service as a shopkeeper, for example? Got a right to refuse any service that seems to be, you know, a service they don't want to serve you with because of a crime they think happened but didn't happen. You know, so yeah, are we getting into that stage where they're punishing you for something you haven't done? You know, and that they just like to punish certain people. But yeah, it's a good question out there. Okay, yeah, it's bluffering on my. It's coming and going, the signal, I think, today. Oh yeah, if you reset your stream, it works better. How odd is that? So yeah, I do hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday afternoon, despite the weather. As Jeremy said, it has been sort of murky, and apparently it's going to be thunder towards the end of the week. We don't know yet, but of course, it's only what the experts say. If you believe in what the experts are saying, can you actually hear loud and clear my voice here? Do come on and say hello in the chat. We need you all there. We've got all the moderators here that come in from time to time. Jeremy's here from time to time, and most of you are here from time to time. We actually did a survey, you know, asking whether, of course, we need more moderators, and some of you come up with the answers of yes, we occasionally need more. Well, they think we need more moderators, and of course, to do that, we have to advertise. And of course, if you don't advertise, you don't get, you know, and that kind of thing. That's the, you know, the system on that one. Okay, so yeah, where can I promote this? It's a good question, isn't it? Well, of course, it's already promoted on the Facebook. So if you are a Facebook fan, please do come and say hello to the live stream, the face behind the voice here. It's a very good scenario on that note. Yes, so thank you very much, Jeremy, for coming in and having a chat with us. We might do a little bit of a poll to get you all warmed up here. So bear with me on the poll here. Right, okay. Don't forget, of course, tonight will be the one and only show that hasn't returned for a couple of weeks due to, of course, Giuliani Buzz, who usually performs at the nice and relaxing show. And it will be around about sort of 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. So do tune in if you can, if you're able to make it, and listen to some relaxing kind of music for your Sunday evening, very similar to a virtual church organist that has actually performed in Bedford Emmons by the name of Richard McVeigh, who is from Hampshire. But yeah, Kitty the Big Whale. Are you the what? Okay, yeah, okay. I don't think I will respond to that one.
Hello, touring us people here.
Giuliani Barton. Yeah, you are returning tonight, aren't you?
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully you are. I don't know if you hear me
some
very
score
well.
updates.
You haven't got a microphone, so you're going to have to shout.
Score updates. Bournemouth 1, Brighton 0, Tottenham 0, Arsenal 1, an own goal.
Yeah, by the way, we don't talk about dietary stuff. Not on this channel, not very often. Not unless you got any good suggestions to have to make you, a little bit sort of thinner than you are, if you are sort of over the thin side. But yeah, we don't really discuss it personally because it is a personal problem. Of course, women don't discuss that. You know what I'm going to say, but, they don't discuss that, so why should we, as men, discuss that? We're not going into the politics side of that. I don't really fancy that right now. I'm not in the mood for it. I'm not in the mood for that kind of style. I'm in the mood for a friendly style here, and we appreciate your thumbs up. Yeah, we appreciate your thumbs up before my cod gets in my throat in the wrong end. But what I will say is, talking about cod, I did have cod and chips here, and there is a poll talking about that. And that's the reason why I'm actually going to conduct the poll today. And within about 2 weeks' time, because, of course, we're going to have a little ease down break, give you a chance to watch all the videos here to catch up. There is one coming up, by the way, of a restaurant which has a new flavour of crisps. Find that out on the video. But, of course, yeah, we won't give too much away on that. But what we will say is, ladies and gentlemen, is we appreciate you giving a thumbs up. Because YouTube loves it. It loves it like a teddy bear. I always say that in the channel. And I'm doing a conducting thing, and it just keeps going, doesn't it? It's like swimming, isn't it? Swimming and dancing, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's my usual Sunday exercises, but yeah, I will keep my hands down just for a moment. Everyone seems to, have a go at it. Well, not everyone, but of course, some people do tend to go at the poll, which is the survey, and basically, people have had a go at it, and most so far have actually come up with more comedy. So if you haven't yet had a go at my Survey Monkey, which is Survey Monkey, what a name for a business site there. But yeah, it is a survey for touring with us. We can't do any further than that because we have to pay for it. You have to pay, and I think it's a monthly fee for that. But of course, yeah, one day we'll be able to do that when we have the funding. But yeah,
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everyone, wherever you may be. There's a poll going up right now. Let's see what the interesting poll will be today. I don't know if I'm going to do a sort of one poll thing today or maybe several more. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see, because at the end of the day, it's the poll that is interesting to everyone. I don't know if anyone's going to have a go. So, yeah, we're asking the question, are you a mushy peas or garden peas person?
Could be
So
both.
do you have that in your fish and chips? That's what I was talking about before I came on air today regarding my fish and chips, and it was a microwavable version. So we've had a vote already. Garden peas is your favourite so far, and no one's gone for both. You can't choose both, actually, but
I think I can because
I like a bit of both sometimes. So somebody, I don't know who said that. Someone says garden peas. Give us a shot if you actually said
yeah,
that.
but they asked that, Nick, in the Witherspoons.
We're gonna have to time that one out.
Well, why?
Someone said something rude on there.
Oh.
Can you see that on there? You can't. Yeah. Don't know who that was, but of course. Yeah. Don't know who it was. I've got an idea who it might have been, but you always have an idea. Hide the user.
Can you not spam the channel, please?
No spamming channels, please.
Otherwise,
Thank you very much.
You got timed out.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
No,
one.
you got to say something nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what this channel's all about here. So yeah, do get interactive with us this afternoon, and yeah, do suggest us some places that you'd like us to go here. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. And of course, yes, tonight, as I said about the nice and relaxing show, and the host has arrived here.
Can I interrupt you there?
Yeah, you wanted to say something?
No, about subscribing. You might not be able to do it on your laptop because you've got to sign in, but you can do it on your phone because you can do it on the...
Absolutely. So yeah,
so be careful what you say on there. If it's rude, then we won't have it.
No, get timed out.
We don't tolerate that.
By the moderators.
No, don't accept.
I'm surprised that one of the moderators didn't actually spot that, but of course we don't discuss personal issues here on the air. We don't have a dating site on here either. No YouTuber would have a dating site. They would have a specific site for that, you know, like on Facebook, Essex and Suffolk singles site, that kind of thing. That's for that sort of thing. And no YouTube, I haven't seen one ever with a dating site kind of basis thing. So yeah, apologise about the signal being not as clear as it usually is. It does need cleaning up the system of the Wi-Fi, so we do apologise about that. So welcome back to the channel here, and welcome to the channel here. Do let us know in the comments what you'd like to see a little bit more on the channel. And Jeremy missed that one, Nick. I was in the kitchen making coffee. But yeah, I'm glad you are notified about it. Glad you deleted it.
Score update.
You got a score update.
In the football.
Okay.
Spurs versus.
We do mention football sometimes.
Spurs versus Arsenal is 1-1 as it stands.
Yeah.
1-1. Bournemouth 1, Brighton 0. Spurs 1. Arsenal 1 as it stands.
Oh, it's 1-1, so it's a derby kind of thing.
Well, yeah.
Could be handed over to Man City.
Well, if they beat Forest.
Oh yeah, I would have thought so.
Well, that's the updates at the moment.
Yeah, I actually read something. Well, I didn't read something. I was told about something. I don't know if you can search it. It's in the 1970s that Forest Football Club actually had a game that was fixed by a referee, and the referee went in prison just because, you know, he fixed the match. So yeah, that was before VAR came in and all that kind of thing. Let us know in the comments what you think about VAR. So do you think VAR is a good thing or a bad thing? Let us know in the comments. It'd be interesting if they are some VAR fans, no VARs. Or, of course, the whole system of football is corrupt. I don't know. But, yeah, it's the opinion of the public here. That's what, you know, you could come up with an answer with if you're interested in letting us know on that note. But yes, I've actually got something that I've been handing myself a picture of, and I've been holding it for some time actually. It is a sort of map of Bury St Edmunds, so you can pick up these maps dotted around Bury St Edmunds, and it just shows you a map, and it tells you what the sort of things are going on in Bury St Edmunds, that kind of thing. And of course, there's a lot of loyalty-free, you know, QR codes. If you don't know what a QR code is, basically it sends you to a website. So you need to download the QR on your phone.
Score correction. It's
Score
not
correction.
1-1. It's been chalked off for some reason. I don't know. It would have been a goal for Tottenham. It's not. It's 1-0 to Arsenal.
1-0 to Arsenal. So they will be getting the
VAR got involved again. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They've been chalking a lot of goals this year. I don't know why.
For those people who don't like football, we'll move on very quickly. So who's getting ready for a barbecue, by the way, this year? Well, when the weather's nice, obviously. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame it's not great over UK at the moment. But hello to Kim Smith, who occasionally watches in from time to time. I know she's not able to moderate all the time because she's a moderator from America. And of course, we appreciate you tuning in. If you are able to tune in, any of you this afternoon to the Nice and Relaxing Show, we will return for that. Hopefully, there will be a clearer signal for us to get going this evening. It's not the best quality on our Samsung A12, which is what we're using, and it works better for videos rather than the lives. I don't know why that is, but of course that is just one of those things. If you happen to spot us, by the way, in the town or city or seaside resorts, anywhere, make sure you give us time so that we can have a photograph with you guys and girls, whatever want to have a photograph with us. And of course, don't rush off, because a lot of people then tend to spot us and then sort of rush off, because we don't end up knowing where our photograph's going to end up. It could be ending up on Facebook or some sort of anonymous site for all we know. But of course, yeah, do stick by us here and wait for us to have a photograph with you guys as well, and girls, and that way it's easier. So we have a bit of both. We don't mind you sharing the videos, or actually the photographs as it would be, but of course we appreciate if you could stop around for a bit to take a photograph with us as well, so that we can put it on the community section to make you guys and girls famous. So yeah, something to bear in mind if you are going to spot us at some point. So we have all sorts of people trying to spot us from all sort of angles. So yeah, all different sort of types of ages. So that's quite nice. So yeah, free entry to the town centre events.
Another score update, Nick.
I've got a score update. I'm getting interrupted by the master of football here.
What you say?
Football's a funny old game, as Jimmy Greaves. Was it Jimmy Greaves?
Yeah, well, Jimmy Greaves is one of his teams not winning.
One of his teams not winning.
Well,
That's Tottenham.
Forsyth.
Yeah.
Well, it's both teams actually, but I mean, I'm afraid it's not good for a bus driver.
No.
His dad is suffering. He's been kicked at the backside. 2-0 Arsenal.
Kicked the backside. 2-0 Arsenal.
Well, you know who's got it?
Yeah.
The former bookie man. We used to call him that in the bookies shop in Haverhill.
Yeah.
And you know who it is? An Englishman has got it. That
Who is it?
That English.
You better spill the beans, Julian.
Yeah, Saka.
Oh, is it Saka?
Yeah.
I think Jurgen Klopp will be sacked soon. If he doesn't start winning.
Yeah, but I think Arsenal have had it with a lot of VAR favouring them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think. I can't
be absolutely sure.
No, I'm not completely sure, but I know that something's going for them.
All right, okay.
Well, that's the latest at the moment.
That's the latest as we go here. So we've had, of course, one guess on the poll so far. No one said mushy peas at the moment, but that poll could change at any time. So, yeah, we'll stay on for about another half hour or so. I can just about hear myself now, which is much more easier and much more clearer. So, yes, occasionally we talk about, of course, the Christianity stuff, which, of course, is useful words for everyone on here. I will probably leave you with that. I always do on a Sunday, and of course it's just nice to come up with some really beautiful words. And of course I don't know if I've got the copy of it now, but yeah, some useful stuff. I think I read this the other day, but it's definitely worth noting all of this as well. And I do remind people about this because, you know, it's useful, quick tips on panic attacks, okay, and something to bear in mind. And of course, this is information from the Mind for Better Mental Health, okay. And for more information, you can actually visit mind.org.uk/panic, and the Mind info line is 0300 123 3393, or text 86463. That's 86463. So yeah, some really useful tips here that I've got on a leaflet here, which may be of use to anyone listening and watching right this minute here. So, of course, one thing to note, of course, if you suffer from any panic attacks, try breathing exercise. Breathe deeply into your stomach, then breathe out slowly. Make your out breath longer than your in breath. Repeat until you feel calm. Interesting. Reassure yourself and tell yourself that all the symptoms you experience are caused by anxiety. This is not a dangerous system, but it will pass. This can help you feel calmer and feel less fearful of future attacks. Confide in someone. Try talking to someone you trust about how you feel, which is quite useful as well. You can also join a support group. This also can be useful, or a useful way of meeting people who understand what you are experiencing. You can share feelings and discuss coping strategies together. Another thing is shifting your focus. Perhaps look at a flower, a picture, or something you find interesting or comforting. Really notice the details, the colors, and any smells or sounds. You can also listen to music. Listening to relaxing music can help you feel calmer. Wow. Perhaps listening to the nice and relaxing show tonight might make you feel calmer as well, especially on a Sunday. Keep a diary. Note what happens each time you get anxious. This can help you spot patterns and see what triggers your panic attacks. Finally, create your own coping card. When you feel anxious, it can be harder to remember coping strategies that you have learned. It can be useful to write them down on a small card. For example, you could use a phone number, do my breathing, exercising, and to keep this in your bag or wallet. So yeah, it's interesting all that. So that's Mind for Better Mental Health there. So of course, more information about that, mind.org/ mind.org.uk/panic at the end there. So yes, if you've got any questions that you have about touring with us in the meantime, feel free to get in touch with us here. And of course, we are all questions here, and sensible questions is advisable at all times. And YouTube loves the thumbs up, so keep those thumbs up going. We really do appreciate that wherever you are watching across the entire world. And I thought I'll give you a little bit of a quiz here. Has anyone drunk one of these? I'm actually going to cover it here. You can see a little bit of the orange. It looks like orange or orangeade or just still orange, doesn't it? So I'm going to quiz you a lot on there. Does anyone know what one of these bottles are? If you think you know, let us know within 10 minutes. Well, I actually will tell you, but of course, I wouldn't say it is the best drink that I've ever tasted, but of course, it's okay. It's okay. And by the way, of course, I will tell you the answer very shortly, but of course, if you think you know, jot it down in the comments if you can. So, yeah, I would say this now. There has been a lot of shorts, as in not shorts as you wear, but shorts as in sort of video shorts. And basically what they are is short videos that will allow people to sort of look at our fame for 5 seconds or maybe more. I think YouTube allows us to do 60 minutes at least of shorts, as in short videos. Doesn't mean to say I'm going to walk around with shorts. And beginning to sound like a comedian. I don't know where I'm getting it from, but of course, yeah, sometimes I can't even get my words out sometimes, and it can be nerves when that happens. Today I've been feeling okay, to start with, and maybe later on I might get tired and stumble a few words, but I'm mainly behind the scenes of the Nice and Relaxing show and doing a little bit of a commentary. And the reason why I do commentary on that particular show is because we explain the kind of music. Once people are aware of what goes on the Nice and Relaxing show, it might make it a little bit more easier for us to do it without the commentary. But of course, some songs are without, of course, commentary on top, but sometimes we occasionally use my well, as best as I can voice, and of course, yeah, when we say songs, it's more hymns. Now he does hymns and voluntaries. It doesn't mean you do it for fun and don't get paid, that kind of thing. I wouldn't do it if you paid for me or something like that. It's like that joke that is often free, and I wouldn't do it if you paid me. So yeah, it's okay to do commentary, but of course you could easily get offended by what you say these days. You have to be very, very careful what you say in this modern day and age, wherever you are across the world. But yeah, of course, do let us know in the comments what particular time you'd like a Q&A in the future, and sometimes we bring an extra person occasionally on the Q&A. We haven't been able to use our studio number 2 at the moment because it's having a revamp, that kind of thing, and all sorts of things are going on there. But of course, hopefully we'll be able to use our studio number 2. This is studio number 1 of touring with us, and sorry about our poorly designed background, but of course sometimes we have the occasional sort of picturated screens that we had at the beginning here, and it seemed to have got better. So that's the main thing. So I don't know what the reason behind that was. It's like that with any sort of live stream. It starts off good. Well, it starts off bad and sometimes it can be vice versa. But yeah, come and say hello in the chat, and don't be shy. Like Jamry, who came in today and had a chat. I think he should be the star of the show. We used to do a star of the show when we first started touring with us. When we first started in 2019, that was quite a long time ago, actually. Well, it feels like a long time ago because there were. Well, not the worst, but of course we haven't done a worst video yet. We haven't done a worst rated video, I don't think, because we never rate things that are worse. I'm going to go on to that in just a moment if you stay with the one you're on. So, yeah, our first ever rated, as in a high rate video that we did, because everyone was in lockdown, and of course, unfortunately, we hadn't had the same since because everyone's gone elsewhere. That's probably why, and I've gone to bigger ones. I don't know why that is, but of course it seems to be the case. But that's just a bit of a shame. But of course they've not really stuck by us, and they sort of got misinterpreted of what we're really about. We're about a mixture here, and of course we don't, rate things bad. When we do our reviews, of course I've seen a lot of them on the channel. They're all good, by the way. I've found some good ones. There's this Gary Eats one that I particularly like. I think he's very constructive, and we've taken a lot of idea out of that and decided to do our own kind of version of it. We're not going to be exactly the same as him, but his famous words is "Let's go." Like, of course, yeah. Let's give it a try, I think is one of them. But no, we are very constructive, and of course, even if we give it a sort of low mark, we don't mean it in a harsh way.
3-0.
3-0 to Arsenal.
Havertz.
I
don't trust Spurs now.
You don't trust Spurs anymore. I don't think Spurs want Liverpool to win the league.
Well, they've got us next week.
Any Liverpool fans here, sorry that I've had to say that. But of course, if there's any other supporters in the chat, come and say hello to us. And of course, even if you're not a supporter of any football club, let us know.
As opinion here, should someone that doesn't like women talking about men's football, when men's play men's, women talk about men's games. But I mean, somebody doesn't like that. What's everyone's opinion on that?
I don't know. I don't really get that. Can you repeat what you mean by that?
Well, Kevin Keegan, former manager of Hillsborough,
Kevin Keegan, what's
he
he
said,
saying?
I don't like women talking about the men's game.
I've got. Well, I don't really want to say too much about that, but I've got an opinion about that.
Anyone got an opinion on that?
Yeah, it's interesting because it can be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, when you're trying to mix the two together, and it can be very confusing. I think they should stick to their own, really.
Well, yes, but it's at the moment.
I've not got anything against women commentary or football. I think they should stick to their own.
But it's not that. It's all.
I know, but we don't want to mix it. You can't do that.
Women and men have got both.
It will never happen unless it's just a testimonial match where you have, of course, women playing the same game as men. In a mixture sort of thing. It won't happen.
Men and women play different football. Different football. They've got their own football.
But anyway, it's too controversial to carry on the subject.
Now, what if it's a man that said about women's football? That might have been different.
Well, I don't know.
Well, you get women. It's not just football. You get women golfers.
Yeah.
Does anyone complain about that?
No.
You get women golfers.
Yeah. It's a controversial subject.
Women play snooker. They can play snooker, can't they? Women play rugby. They play cricket.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't get involved in other men's games, do they?
I mean, the weight's gone.
The weight's going. I can't do nothing about that. But
it's a difficult subject to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we can't do nothing about.
It's a little bit an issue, but it's not as major.
Well, I mean, I won't really talk a bit about me.
If they're controversial.
Sorry, I can't get my words in the right place.
If they're controversial, that might be a different story.
I won't want to talk about this too much. This is what I'm trying to say.
It's leisure.
I don't really want to talk about that either too much.
Leisure activities.
Yeah. But even leisure activities like, of course, people telling you what you can put in your body and what kind of thing.
No, that's not.
Same as you would do to tell an alcoholic to stop drinking alcohol. That is a controversial subject, so we won't really talk about that unless people have an opinion. We can share your opinion. That's completely different. We have opinions kind of shows, and we try to be independent from the Ofcom system.
We'll read what you say. If it's bad, we won't have it. But
if it's an interesting topic that we do tend to discuss on our channel, then of course that's fine. We continue to do that, but I mean, we won't necessarily share our own opinions. We might, say slight opinions, but of course, we won't go into depth with it. So, it's been a sort of quiet day this afternoon, and of course, I appreciate anyone that has tuned in to us. We've still got our shop up and running, and we've got a pen that is we're gonna sort of I think we do have a pen somewhere. I don't want to go around hunting for it because at the end of the day I want to find it, because otherwise you won't be able to buy it. But it definitely is for sale on the channel. I'll have to sort of purchase some more at some point, but of course it all depends on what you guys want, and what do you normally buy. Of course, let us know, even if you're watching on replay. We appreciate that as well. So occasionally we go on to, of course, Facebook, but we don't often use that very often. But Nick Cee does have a official profile account. Not many celebrities do that, but you know, celebrities tend to be very, very quiet on Facebook. Some of them have their own Twitter accounts, that kind of thing. But there is a Nick Cee. Okay, there is a Nick Cee profile account out there. So if anybody wants to support the channel, we do sort of, well, it is a profile channel, if you like, on Facebook, and we occasionally stick our live streams up on the profile. So if you're interested in tuning in to some of our lives on that page, or any of the videos that you do see on that, feel free to actually join us on there. So yeah, agreed. Male and female in between is sensitive matter. Up to the individual to have their own opinions, and you know, can get tricky. Absolutely, I do agree with that one. Yeah, sorry, it's I'm reading in small print. Yeah, I was hoping actually to do a little bit further, okay, with the polls today, but of course, you know, it depends on how many people are tuning in at any one time. But of course, yeah, do let us know if you're watching on replay as well. Let us know your preferred time of Q&A and chats. And I know Jeremy's in the chat today, and it's the first time he probably saw my text message earlier that we were going to be on. And yeah, and yeah, boy, he turned up, and I thought he didn't get the message. It didn't flash up that there was a delivery report. Maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't. But when I text my other friend, who's Starlight, who has her own channel, and of course she hasn't been in the chat today, and she might be a little bit later on. Perhaps she's relaxing on a Sunday, which of course, yeah, is quite normal for some people. I actually woke up a little bit late today, and of course I was going to be on at 1 o'clock, but yeah, of course I thought, you know, we'd do it at 2 o'clock and see how it goes, but maybe we'll change the time a bit next time and put it at 4 o'clock, and then we can have more people chatting amongst each other, which is what we love, you know, what YouTube loves, and they love the thumbs up and all that kind of thing. So if you have missed any of this live, we do appreciate watching on the replay here, and hopefully my voice has sounded a bit more clearer here on the microphone here, even if I stand at the other end of the room. So yeah, we will continue with our cafe reviews, and it's nice to do other kind of reviews and other different places that we have not yet been to or tried out, some of which are sort of expensive, and some of them are not expensive, especially if you go into the Cambridge area. Well, I can't work out which, of course, I said probably a couple of occasions on one of the videos that, of course, on one level of the St John's area, which I've now got on an app thing, whether I'll get some extra points, rewards for that, I don't know. But of course, all these rewards apps on your phones are just clogging out your phones, aren't they? There's no way out of that. You know, when you used to have cards, you either threw it away or got another one. But but my point was that there's an Ori cafe, which of course I do try out, and it's a nice cafe. Don't get me wrong; it's a lovely place to go in Cambridge. It's a very quite nice posh setting, and of course, the thing is, on that level, I think it's level 2 or 3. No, it's level 1, because 0 is the bottom one, isn't it? Or maybe, no, it might be level 2, actually. I don't know. It does confuse me sometimes. It does show on the board. Perhaps I should read it more often. And, of course, yes, the top one I do know is the Espresso Cafe. It seems to be more cheaper right at the top than it is a few levels down. I find that very odd, but there you go. I don't know if you all agree with me on that one, but of course, yeah, as always, we will be very constructive in what we are saying here. And of course, I'll be constructive about, of course, Giuliani Buzz show. Not everybody's into the world of religious hymns, but of course it's relaxing music that is the key here. I don't know if it's kind of Buddha music. I don't know. I've actually got a Buddha behind me here, a little thing here. I don't know where it's came from, and it's been here for quite some time here. It came from China, and it took about a couple of weeks to come here. So his name is Buddha. So yeah, you may not see that in the background, but I thought I'd show it there. But yeah, it's quite a thing. I think it's a thing that, of course, well, tries to get rid of bad vibes, because of my late father who passed away at the age of 85 on Wednesday, the 28th of February 2024. It was a good funeral send-off, by the way. It was the Bury crematorium, and of course we ended up at the golf club, which one day hopefully in his memory that would be a cool place to go for touring with us, event disco of some kind, celebrating our sort of channel subscribers. But yeah, that will be something in the future. But of course, yeah, perhaps we would do a live there as well, whether YouTube will allow it, or maybe it'll be better to do it on Facebook for half an hour or so. But yeah, there's always copyright issues, isn't there? That's the problem, unless of course we do unsigned music all the way. I'm sure there's unsigned kind of dance music dotted around everywhere. But of course, yeah, it's been a fascinating chat with everyone here. And of course, yeah, I'm just trying to get familiar. There you go. The chat has come up. There we go. Yeah, it's a little thing at the bottom of the corner here. There you go. Because only a couple of people chatted, and somebody came in talking about personal stuff. I've had a lot of that recently, and of course, yeah, we don't really tolerate it, especially live on the air. We do apologise if anyone does do that. That is a troll, and it had to be deleted. We don't talk about dietary stuff or anything like that on the channel. We do apologise if it comes up at any time. So yeah, have anyone seen the or has anyone seen the Premier Inn hotel reviews? Well, when we say it's a review, it's just really looking at the hotel that we stay in. There's one in particular in Norwich that we stayed in, and of course there's always seemed to be problems that you do have, like we couldn't get the TV working or something like that. It doesn't have a phone in the room unless you go for a more expensive hotel, but especially not a brand or Premier Inn, because they don't have that kind of facility in the room. But for their Premier Plus rooms, they are very difficult to get. I think it's very, very tricky to get them, because they get taken up very, very quickly, and you don't get a chance to get them sometimes because they get used up. And of course, they do have a better room. I know they have a double bed because I've seen the pictures of them. I haven't been in one, but of course, yeah, it would be a nice treat to go there and check it out. It's got a fridge and complimentary water in it. So yeah, not many places that I've witnessed on other video channels that actually have free stuff. Like you'll have a mini bar. Okay, I didn't actually realize till I watched another video of someone doing this, and you have to pay for the mini bar. In other words, if you've got alcohol in there, you have to pay for each drink in there. Sometimes crisp snacks and all those kind of things. It's all a way of making money. I saw a video the other day actually of a guy videographing. I think it was Walk With Me Tim I was watching the other day, and of course he went to a Paris hotel. I think it was a French one, And of course, he apparently got staring looks from the security guards just because he was doing a solo visit and not necessarily he was on film. So yeah, it can happen in sort of places like that, you know, and I think possibly the reason might be because of terrorists and that kind of thing, but we don't really like to discuss that very often. But of course, we don't encourage that either. I think that has caused a lot of the um, security issues that we have in this modern day and age. But anyway, that's another thing. Hopefully, not going on and on and on like an endless loop here. And if you want to give us a thumbs up, please do at the end of this video. Even as you go, would be lovely. Just click that like button, and we'll be all sort of smiling away again. So tonight, hopefully, we'll get some more thumbs up. Perhaps that's what people are waiting for. But YouTube does like the thumbs up. That's the main thing here. And we did do a video. I just want to sort of let people know about that. We did a video walking along the disused railway track of Haverhill because somebody kind of like requested us to do a little bit more walks on that. But we were walking pretty much where the disused railway that used to run from Howe Road to Eastham Park in the Dr. Beeching times in the 1950s to 60s sort of time. And of course, yeah, the railway didn't actually end in, I think it was Eastham Park. Yeah, I think there's some history attached to that. So, yeah, I'll have to get the book out at some point. Oh, we got a thumbs up. So, yeah, it doesn't show up on my screen, and perhaps I haven't updated it yet. So, I really appreciate the thumbs up. Really means a lot for our channel here. We've been going for 52 minutes here, and that's the longest live I've done as a Q&A and chat for some time, and it has been a solo one. But yeah, hopefully we'll do one with, of course, Starlight, who loves to come on and does support our channel. And I can't say too much about the collaboration with Starlight. She does have a real name, and it is a she. That's all we can say at the moment. And she does moderate for the channel from time to time. It's not just about her moderating. We've got Jeremy, we've got, of course, Kim Smith, of course, the other two that haven't been in for a while there, Nick and Scott. We do miss them dearly because they used to have a lot of fun with us. But, of course, yeah, it's family commitments that actually spoil the broth of that sometimes, you know, and there's nothing much you can do about that. Yeah, there's nothing a lot you can do about it. But, yeah, as the poll suggests, that we are looking for more moderators as we go along, and we thank Jeremy for, of course, coming on to be the moderator for our channel. And a big massive shout out to Clinton, his friend out there who I haven't seen for ages, and haven't seen Phil, Karaoke Phil, for a long time, since he came into Haverhill. I tried to phone his phone, but no answer is replying, so he's quite worrying about that. I know he's been having a couple of falls lately, and he's getting on a bit lately, in his 60s to 70s now, or in that sort of era, or that sort of age rank. But yeah, I hope he's doing well. And I had a really strange nightmare about it. He had an argument about an issue, which I can't really discuss on here. But anyway, of course, I hope he's well in real life. And dreams sometimes are not always true, and sometimes they are. How odd is that? But there you go. Of course, it seems to be a little bit still on the wet side out there, which is why I can't really open the window here at this locational area. It's probably better to do a Q&A in the evening because it's more darker, and of course you haven't got light coming through the windows, for example. But yeah, it's been a fascinating afternoon here. Don't forget the nice and relaxing show And of course, that will be with Giuliani Buzz Bars playing you some beautiful hymns. Sometimes he occasionally brings on some beats, and sometimes we have a little bit of a chat with you this evening. We won't have too much of the chat because we've already done it here this afternoon, but of course, we end up chatting. Having said that, but of course, Giuliani Buzz Bars will be preparing himself later for some hymns, and of course, hymns that we or can be heard at churches and all that kind of thing, and it's fascinating. So, yeah, I'm going to try and find a book here if I can to finish up with today. I can't find the modern one, so I'm going to have to choose one that I've actually picked. Oh no, that's not one. bear with me on that one. I've got loads in here anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have to find that pen somewhere. I don't know what's happened to it. That drawing with us pen we're talking about. So yeah, okay. Oh, I have the bottom one here, and I put it back into its usual place. So yeah, I'm going to read you something. Hopefully you'll stay with me with this, and I'm going to read you something really, really interesting. Okay, okay. Something that can be quite interesting. Okay. Okay. We'll try this one, see if I can read it as best as I can. These words are coming from the UCB word for today, which is the United Christian Broadcasters, basically a volunteer-run radio station, if you're interested in listening to the radio station. And this subject we're talking about is don't be afraid of failing. I will be with you. And of course, it comes from the December the 14th of 2023, but of course, it really doesn't matter what day you're reading this at, as long as they are kind words and you understand them, basically, whether you believe in God or not. Hopefully these words will be soothing for your afternoon here on a Sunday. So these words are coming from, of course, Thursday, the 14th of December, 2023. By the way, I spoke too fast there. And of course, by the way, it is Sunday, the 28th of the 4th, which is April 2024. It's a bit late for April Fools, isn't it? But anyway, don't be afraid of failing. I will be with you. Because we are keenly aware of our limitations, okay, we tend to limit our pursuits to our comfort zone, and that can lead to a life of mediocrity and unfulfilled dreams, by the way. Your efforts don't rest solely on your shoulders, but on God's. Yes, you have a part to play, but when you have done your best, you must trust God to do the rest. On the threshold of the promised land, God said to Joshua, as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. Okay? I will not leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and of good courage. Your ability is limited, but God's ability is unlimited. You may experience failure on your way to success, but God's guarantee is, I will not fail thee. The fear of failure is often based on the erroneous belief that success rests solely on our abilities. And because we're aware of our inaccuracies, we stay in our comfort zone instead of tackling the giants in the promised land. This can lead to a life of frustration over what could have been. When you know that what you want lines up with God's will, okay, will hold and know that you will eventually succeed. Now, this is the confidence that we have in Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. And if we know that He hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we have asked of Him. When our, or your confidence in this case, is in Him, your success is assured. When you know that what you want is what God wants, you can move forward in strength. There you go. Wasn't the easiest one to read there, but of course I think you might have got the gist of that. Shall I read you one more before we go here? Because, you know, it's getting thin on the ice now. But yeah, like I say, of course, we've been going for an hour or so, and of course, it can be, you know, tongue-tied, you know. So there you go. Okay, these are new ones here that I haven't read before. So yeah, a whole new approach. This is Sunday the 24th of December 2023. The Word became flesh. Okay, a whole new approach. When the angel visited Mary, he said, "Don't be frightened. God had decided to bless you." Yet it comes to approaching, or when it comes to approaching God directly, many religions are ruled by fear and worship. A person, hang on, where am I? Yeah, Philip Yancey says, certainly Jews associated fear with worship. Sorry, I sort of skipped a bit. A person blessed with a direct encounter of God is expected to come away sort of glowing, or maybe in pain, like Jacob among the people who walled off a separate sanctum for God in the temple and shrank from pronouncing or spelling out the name. God made a surprise appearance as a baby in the manger. In Jesus, God found a way of relating to human beings and did not involve fear. A new covenant that would not emphasize the gulf between the God and humanity, but instead would span it. I learnt from the incarnation when I kept a saltwater aquarium. You would think, in view of all this energy expended on their behalf, that my fish would at least be grateful. Not so. Every time my shadow loomed above the tank, they dove for cover. To them, I was guilty, too large for them. My actions are too incomprehensible. My acts of mercy they saw as cruelty, my attempts at healing as destruction. To change their perceptions, I would have to become a fish and speak to them in a language they could understand. A human being becoming a fish is nothing compared to God becoming a baby. Yet this is what happened in Bethlehem. Apparently so. The God who created matter took shape within it. And an artist might become a spot on a painting, or a playwright, an actor within his own play. God wrote a story, only using real characters on the pages of real history. the Word became flesh. That is the end of the word. Thanks be to you know what, the 3-letter word. But thanks be to you lot out there who have been absolutely fantastic, stood by me watching today. And we appreciate your time that you have had. Many thanks to, as always, the moderators, especially Jeremy that's come in today, and any other moderators that actually have come in today, including Starlight, if she's watching on replay. I don't know how many people watching right now, but of course, we appreciate you tuning in and sticking by us this afternoon. So wherever you may be for the rest of your afternoon, for your afternoon sort of chill out mode, have yourself a nice one here. We will catch up with you guys soon. If you do want to have a chat or have any questions that you may have, questions are always welcome at any time, and hopefully I'll be joining Starlight soon. I can't say too much about that right this minute in a personal level, but of course, yeah, I'm not allowed to give the game away too early on that one. But all I can say is I am taken for relationships at the moment. I can't say who I'm in a relationship with at the moment, but you know, you could well be looking somewhere along the channel somewhere, but of course it might take you a while to work it out. But anyway, of course, yeah, for those people who know me personally, they will know exactly what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, have yourself a lovely rest of the Sunday afternoon, and we'll say peace out for now. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord, or whatever you like to call it in terms of religious church. But of course, don't forget to tune in tonight for the nice and relaxing show with Giuliani Buzz around about from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, between that sort of time. And hopefully we'll be able to set up then and use our microphones yet again. But from all of us, have yourself a wonderful rest of the afternoon. And until then, take care. Peace out, as I said, and stay safe. See ya.